Hello students, welcome back in a new session. So in this session we will discuss some more elements about list. So here we have in list insertion order is preserved. So what is the means of preserved? Preserved means the position or the sequence in which the data has been inserted in the list that will be fixed at the display time. Okay, so when we display the list, the data will not be shuffled or will not be changed. Okay, so this is the preserve. So insertion order is fixed or preserved when we display it to the user. Now next is list is dynamic because based on our requirement we can increase the size of list or we can decrease the size of list. So lists are mutable objects. So mutable means the changes we can do in the given elements inside the list. So let's take an example here. So in this example we have one variable that is L7 that contains the list of. So in this we use a method that is remove. Inside the remove we have to erase or we have to remove the element true inside from the list. Okay, so we use here remove method. So L7 and we got a result, and in this result so we got the result without the true. So it has been removed from the list. Now next one is append. So append method adds the elements at the end of the list. Okay, so here we have method append and we have to add false element in the given existing list. So and finally we got the resultant value here. That is our existing list, and this is the added elements which will be add at last in the list. Now if the programmer wants to insert the elements at the desired location, then insert method should be used. Here example, L1 is the variable and this is our list, and we have to use 101 would be add at the position of 1. This is the index number inside the list. So here we have the existing list, and after the 100 we inserted the value 101. This is the first position, first index number, because the string would be start from the 0 index number. Now next is list indices. So list indices shows the actual position of the elements which is exist inside the list. So list element indicates of a list to know the index of particular elements. Then we have to use index map function here. So L1 is a variable, and in this existing list we have to find the position of the 300 and at which position 300 exists. So here we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So at third position the 300 is existing, or the index value is a 3. So we can find any numbers index value using the index method here, index function basically. Now next one is traversing a list. Traversing a list, basically traveling from one element to another element in a list. or accessing the elements from the list. So here we have a list from 10 to 100, and when we display the list here, so we got the resultant value. Then after we use the method or traversing positions. Okay, so from 0 to 5th position we want to display the list elements here. So 0 position, this is 10, and 5th positions basically 5. So through which we can only filter the elements on the behalf of or on the basis of these values which is given inside the method of format. So next is, in this step we have 3 segments in the list. So here we have first segment is the start, second is stop, and third is step. So in this it shows the starting element from where the element would be started. So that is the starting position, that is our 0th position. This is the stop position, means till which place the value would be calculated, and this step position basically shows the actual difference between the values, how many values we have to escape to calculate the total values. So if we have, suppose this is our example, so here we have 0 position, so this is our starting position, so the result would be start from the 10. Now this is our stop position 9, means till 9th value, till 9th index number the list would be calculated. So if we talk about the complete list, so this is our complete list. So here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is our 9th value, 9th position basically. Okay, so 9th position, so till 9th position the list elements will be calculated. Now if we talk about the third one, that is steps. So steps shows the difference between each elements, how many elements we have to escape to calculate the next one. Okay, so here we have 2, means first we calculate the first element, then after third element we have to bypass or avoid the second one, then after we escape fourth one, and fifth one will be displayed, sixth one would be avoid, and seventh one would be displayed, something like this. 80 would be avoid and 90 would be displayed. That's why we got this calculated and resultant list using this format. Now if we talk about this format, so in this format the list elements will be calculated from the 5th position, that is 60, till there is no last position given. That's why the list would be calculated till the last element, that is 100. Now the next one, here we have list L2, and this is shown double colon -1. So minus would be the reverse string. This is the reverse first position, last position from the reverse side, or we can say the backward direction. So the string would be reverse using this format. So the colon shows the complete calculation of the complete list, and -1 shows the starting value of the list from the left side, from the right side. Okay, so this is our reverse order of the string. Now we have some list operations. So list operations are done with the list methods. So we perform the number of operations on the list by using list methods. So here we have eval methods. Eval methods basically evaluates the given string into the list. So generally we calculate the elements as a list, as a string inside the any list elements in the Python. But when we calculate the string and we want to show it and treat it as a list, then we use eval. So eval basically convert the string into the list. So here we get some input from the user side, so enter the elements into the list. So enter this, so this string would be entered, and when we check its type using its class type using the type method, then we find here that this string basically, or this list basically, is of list class type. Okay, and when we calculate the simple string without the eval method, then we will find that the entered value is class basically is of str type. So this is a string and this is our list. So this is the difference here. Now next is insertion of multiple elements at a time at the end of the list. Okay, so programmer uses extend method function to insert the multiple elements at the end of the list. So here we have an example. L1 is a variable which contains the list, and this is a resultant value. So this is simple list, and when we use extend function or method here, then we add this additional list in the existing list after the existing list element. So here we got the complete list 10 to 100. So first list was 10 to 60, and we add the list 70 to 100 in the existing list. So final list would be the 10 to 100 using the extend function here.
I hope you got some valuable information from this video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Thank you.